We're here with the navigator on URM Group, Max Dekkers. Max, you've had a very good year, haven't you? You were doing pretty well in the Fastnet, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a great year with Blackjack on the Fastnet and also with Balthazar, the other 72 in the Middle Sea race. So.
Yes, and Australians have an affinity with Blackjack, of course, but they were particularly miffed out as to see Scallywag off at the very end there.
It was a very exciting race, and they did particularly well on the upwind towards the Fastnet Rock.
Yeah.
And it was a really tense match race, and at the end it got pretty exciting as well still. So.
Good, so you're heading off very shortly. I just want to ask you a couple of questions about these conditions, because this is pretty tricky. It's sort of going to be pretty solid for the first 24 hours or so, isn't it? From a navigation perspective, what's your sort of main focus?
So I think the main focus is, you're right, it's pretty, we've got pretty strong breeze and we've got a plan routing-wise what's the best place for the boat to be weather-wise, but I think it's mostly important to preserve the boat as well and to have the right setup to go fast in these conditions, and then adapt the plan as necessary to be in a place that's as good as possible.
So how does the high moving and the changes that are going on there, how's that affecting you? Is that giving you a greater chance, say, at overall, or how do you see that latter half of the race panning out at the moment?
Yeah, it's a bit tricky to say because we might do a bit, like the timing might be a bit better for us compared to the bigger boats. But then for the smaller boats, it could be a bit better as well. But it also just depends on how the high is going to move through the high pressure ridge all the way to the Australian coast. That could slow the smaller boats down a little. So it's not very clear yet.
Yeah. And then you've got Jason Waterhouse on board, amongst other things, tactics and so on. What sort of things do you two do together in discussion down the route?
So we have our strategy meetings once in a while. So mostly every time the new weather comes through, we have a good look and sit down and assess the options. And in the days leading up to the race, we've thought up about a couple of scenarios, and we just keep updating that throughout the race.
And it's not just a question of finding the right breeze, but it's covering the other guys around and behind you as well, of course.
Yeah, and I think everyone's interested to see how they're going speed-wise compared to each other, and that's going to change the tactics during the race. So it's good to have a general plan, but probably once we're out of the heads, we'll have a better feel for what's going on.
Good, well, lots of luck with it. The boat's certainly good upwind, so hopefully if you can keep the asset going and get there this time.
Yeah, exactly, that's the plan. Right. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much indeed, Max. Appreciate that. We'll keep going. Bit of a chat here. Flano, have you got a sec? Here we are. There's another member. Here's another member of the ex-Blackjack crew, amongst many other things.
Yep.
You all ready for tonight?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I'm all dressed up and ready to go. It's a big dance.
What's your job on the boat?
I'm on the bow team and sort of help run the bow, and just...
It's going to be wet. Whatever.
It's going to be wet up there. Well, hopefully not. We're going upwind, so we don't have to just sit on the rail.
It's true, yeah, I suppose so. This is quite tricky, isn't it? This first sort of 24 hours particularly, really sort of talking to Justin Ferris and saying, you've got to take this seriously, these seaways. You've really got to be not pushing too hard, yeah?
Yeah. It's speed versus gain,
Yeah.
You've got to roll it back a bit if you start jumping off. It's easy to put them down if you don't. So it's all a trade-off, performance versus waves. You can get more wind offshore, or you come in, flatter water, less wind. Big trade-off.
Tide in the middle of all of it, current in the middle of all of that as well.
Big current out there.
All right, well, we're going to leave you to it. Stay safe.
I'll try.
And looking forward to seeing you with the mast upright in the boat in Hobart.
Thanks, guys. See you later, mate.
See you later. Very good. So this is a very, very well drilled crew. We're going to see if I can just have a quick chat with Jason. Jason, can we have a very quick chat? Oh, thanks. We're just going to have a quick chat with Jason Waterhouse. Hey Jason, how are you?
Yeah,
nice
to
see you.
Yeah, you are.
Bit of a change from sort of going at 50 knots, and now you've got to back this thing off and not go too fast either.
Yeah, it's quite a contrast, isn't it? From 10-minute races doing 50 knots to looking like 3 days and quite lumpy. So
one of the most entertaining things I saw a few weeks ago was when you first got on the boat and you were calling breeze, I think, and you were sort of calling breeze in 3 and then realising it was taking 12 to get to you.
Yeah, that was quite a change. It took some adjustments. So I had to thank the guys who were quite patient with me on those ones. But yeah, it's just a cool, different experiences, and that's what's so cool about our sport. It's so diverse, and I feel like I'm learning every day doing all this stuff. Yeah.
So you're tactician primarily, and then what else are you doing on the boat?
And then I'll be driving, so essentially doing tactical roller, driving upstairs. Yeah,
driving tonight's going to be today, and tonight's going to be pretty hard yards, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean we're actually fortunate that Tollgate Island was quite brutal as well, so we took a lot from that, and we'll be able to apply a lot of our learnings to the next 12 hours. So it's nice that we'll put the boat a bit through our paces, and the guys on board have done a great job getting, crossing the T's. And
talking to Max, and you two are going to be busy. What sort of sail configuration today, do you reckon? Sort of J3, J4 and a reef, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think a J4, and then probably a reef once we get out of the heads if it's pretty breezy. Some of the models are a bit different, but it looks like the most breeze we're going to get is kind of in Bass Strait, a new secondary front. I think that'll be quite interesting. That's sort of dawn for us. So Max has had to experience that probably at dark, so that'll be interesting.
Yes, we're cursing because we think the Lion Honours winners this year won't get there in the dark first night, but then won't get till the dark the second night.
Yeah, I was chatting to Ian Murray before, and he was saying he reckons this is going to be the longest Hobart he's done in a long time. So I said, mate, join the pack. You can't always be the fastest. But good luck to them. So
thanks very much indeed, Jason. Go well, and look forward to seeing you down in Hobart. Thanks for your time. Right, okay, so we should just get Marcus just as he's literally about to get on the boat. The skipper looking very cool in his shades. How are you?
How are you, mate? Merry Christmas.
And Anthony as well, the pair of you. Just been talking to the guys. It's a big day, isn't it? Sort of, it's got a lot on. Come down and have a chat.
For sure.
And here we are,
great.
skipper and owner.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot on, aren't you, for the next sort of 24 hours, particularly?
Yeah, I think so. It's looking like a good bumpy ride.
But you like that upwind, though?
Yeah, this boat was certainly set it up for a good all round. We feel we're confident across all the conditions: breeze, light air, upwind, downwind. So, who knows what will be. But
Late night.
Late night looks like.
And the brothers all sorted?
All sorted, yeah, ready. Everyone had a good rest last night before, so I don't need one tonight.
Good. And they won't get one tonight.
No, they won't get one.
Somebody said to me that the configuration today is when you're here, lunch down, spinnaker up, spinnaker down, lunch up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably going to be a bit of that as well, isn't it? Not going to keep you any more time. Good luck, guys. Really hope to see you in Hobart with the stick in place.
Thanks very much.
Go well.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Crosbie. Great
Catch you
coverage
later.
too, by the way.
Okay, thanks, guys. Righty-ho. So, as you can see, a lot of very experienced people here. There's Anthony Nossiter sitting down there as well. This boat's fully geared up, and they won the Maxi Championships as well. So they've got as much experience as you could possibly expect. So we might call it quits for there.